Hello guys, it's the Anime Hour here. Welcome back to Fruit of Grisaia.
いえいえ。それで今日は食材の買い出し？はい、ちょっとスーパーまで。それなら今日は鶏ももがおすすめよ。これからタイムサービスが始まるから。ありがとうございます。参考にしてみます。
おう、さっちゃんじゃねえか。
青木そばのおじさん、腰の調子はどうですか？
ああ、さっちゃんがくれた塗り薬のおかげでバッチリだぜ。
それは良かったです。
おかげで神さんも大喜びじゃなくて大喜びでな。いやっ
Okay, do not say.
メイドのお姉ちゃんだ。ああ、小峰さん、ゲートボールの相手、
Okay.
また頼むよ。
Before long, it becomes apparent that virtually everyone Sachi passes in the street has some sort of friendly greeting for her. What the bizarre phenomenon?
私に聞かないでよ。
I had no idea Sachi was such a celebrity in the
人
town.
気者かどうかは別として、小峰さんはきっと外でも印象が変わらないんでしょうね。
The same impression?
小峰さんは真面目だから、その結果はどうであれ、みんなから頼りにされているでしょ。
True enough.
だから小峰さんが裏表のない人であればあるほど、その印象は外でも変わらないはずよ。
See, considering how uninterested you always claim to be, you're a pretty observant one.
単に私の方があなたより先に小峰さんと出会っていたってだけよ。
Alright, we'll leave it at that then.
あ、サチ姉ちゃんだ。本当だ。
Naughty kid. Even after arriving in the shopping district, Sachi's account rate is as high as ever.
シュヌドってところリド好き？ソムニゲハルヨンスソマルニコ。
What the fuck am I listening to?
アブソドゥ読んどるゲ。ニンダニンダ。
Please explain this as
一度
well.
答えられたからって何でも私に聞かないでよ。
Alright, I assume that renowned classmate researcher Professor Sakaki would have some insight on the matter.
誰が教授よ。でもみんで空ぐりよ。さすがサチ姉ちゃん、それは俺も考えつかなかったよ。
I'm confused.
だよな。
For some reason, they're getting really excited.
一体どういう法則性の暗号なのかしら。
Unlike anything I'm familiar with, unfortunately.
ぬる、シュブレンツェ、テロリーサ。
I'm so confused. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
ここじゃよく聞こえない。
Mumbling something to herself, Sakaki draws gradually closer to Sachi. Watch as Sakaki get any closer and she's going to notice us.
ごめんなさい。ってなんでまた隠れてるのよ、私は。
How you worry about that? Talk about a delayed reaction. Well, I guess you could say Sachi's pretty impressive in a way to have a completely caught our perpetual enthusiastic Sakaki's interests.
マグラってデルパリーソ。あ、サチ姉ちゃん、またね。
I'm so confused. Someone explain. Write down in the comments what the fuck they were saying. I don't know what the fuck was going on. You just held an entire conversation in gibberish.
ここに松島さんがいたらすぐに飛び出していってるでしょうね。
Most likely.
子供にも人気があるのはイリスさんが遊び相手に小峰さんを選ぶのと同じ要領なのかしら。 ほら、オーバーよ、風見くん。
Yeah. When exactly did our roles in this operation get so thoroughly reversed?
買い出し完了です。
Having finished her shopping in the supermarket shop, she begins to walk back toward the school, a satisfied expression on her face, since this is all she had planned for this particular expedition. Well, as suspicious, she didn't pull anything too out of the ordinary in the supermarket.
そう？試食コーナーでおばさんの話を1時間も聞いていられるのは小峰さんだけだと思うけど。
Sakaki's voice has its usual tinge of exasperation, but her facial expression is somewhat relieved.
それじゃあここからは別行動をさせてもらうわ。
We're going back to the same place, aren't we?
私もここで欲しいものがあるのよ。
If you need help carrying anything, I can tag along.
いらないわ。
Sakaki fires off an instant response, leaving no room for discussion. Alright, take care.
ええ。物好きな人に後をつけられないように気をつけるわ。
With a few words of deadpan sarcasm, Sakaki walks off on her own. Alright, I suppose I'll finish my surveillance of Sachi by myself. I turn my attention back to the maid in question. She's walking along while peeking down into the bag she's holding in both hands. Doesn't look like she's paying attention to where she's going. As soon as the words are out of my mouth, Sachi bumps her shoulder against someone, sending the contents of her bag scattering across the ground. Well then, any way you look at it, we've got a classmate in distress here. My fucking personality. I fucking hate it. Okay. I played this game before, as you already know, but it still pains me when it comes to choices that go against everything. If I wanted to go Sachi's route, I would help her, but if I wanted to go the other girl's route, then I have to wait and see. And it'll pay me for the wait and see, because I'm not the type of person that waits and sees. I help the person. Hey, douchebag that bumped into her, help her back up. Okay, gonna pay me, but I gotta do it. I'll wait and see what happens for now. I seem a little heartless, but the entire purpose of this outing was to tail Sachi. Yeah. If I just pop out now, she'll probably ask me, what am I doing here? And I don't have a good answer. Therefore, it's stand by for the moment.
手伝いましょうか？いえ、もう大丈夫ですか？
As I'm thinking over the matter, Sachi deftly gathers up her scattered groceries. In no time at all, he begins walking again. She's not using the shortest route back to the dorm. Must still have a stop on the itinerary. After entering a dead-end alley off the main road, Sachi suddenly squats down to the ground. Wait, is she not feeling well? Considering that sloppy mistake with the bags, it seems possible. I don't think I can justify keeping up my covert surveillance any longer. I emerge from cover and run to Sachi's side. There's a strange, inhuman cry from her general vicinity. It might be an even more serious situation than I thought. Hey Sachi, are you alright? Sachi turns back to face me. She's holding a small cat against her chest. What, a cat? I'm relieved to hear that, but I was actually talking about the creature you're holding. That's a weird term of phrasing. Thanks for clearing that up. I especially appreciate how you worded your response like a tourist forming sentences out of a pocket dictionary. Well, it's quite clear that Sachi is the same as always. So you came here to look after that animal, I assume?
はい、近所の子供たちに教えてもらったので、商店街に用事があった時は餌をあげるようにしています。
There don't seem to be any visible problems with its health, but it can't hurt to take a quick look. Mind if I examine its physical condition for a moment?
風見さんは動物のお医者さんだ。
No, I can't say that I am, but I should be able to tell if it's healthy or not. A long time ago, when I had a pet dog, my master taught me how to perform a basic checkup on an animal's health. And then, coming spoiler, that dog got eaten by a bear. Not even joking. It got eaten by a bear. Out of all things to happen to you.
風見さんすごいです。
Receiving the cat from Sachi, I begin the simple palpation of its body. Even when you're dealing with a very small animal, if there's something seriously wrong with its body, the pulse and movements of its internal organs will always tell you as much. It seems to be in decent shape.
それなら良かったです。
Incidentally, the most common mistake people make when raising kitten is inducing diarrhea. People tend to give them milk during the weaning period, but many kittens don't produce that much of the enzyme needed to break down lactose. If their diet is too heavy on dairy, it'll cause severe indigestion. Sometimes they'll even weaken and die if you don't get them treated. You should probably teach the kids that much if they don't know it already.
そうだったんですか。私、勉強不足でした。
As she speaks, Sachi gently strokes the kitten's head. From her behavior and body language, it's clear that Sachi is quite fond of the animal. If you consider taking the kitten in yourself, keeping it in the dorm.
あの学生寮は基本的にペット禁止。
Well, I guess that's not surprising. On the other hand, they're generally pretty lax on enforcing that sort of rule, as long as none of the others have an allergy or whatever. I doubt anyone's going to complain if you're a little selfish for once.
わがまま。
Matter of fact, Makina's keeping a crawfish in her room at the moment. If you're interested in the idea, I could try talking to the principal directly and...
わがままはだ。わがままを言って人を困らせるのは悪い子です。そして悪い子になるのは悪いことです。
That isn't being a bad girl. It's called being human. Bad girl, eh? I guess a class representative should try to be cautious about following the rules, but I think Sachi's true feelings are probably different. Animals are mysterious things. No matter how indifferent you are at first, spend a little time with one and you'll find yourself naturally getting attached. That's something I experienced personally in the past. Let me change the question. Forget everything else. Sachi, would you like to keep the kitten as a pet if you could?
それは。
Just as Sachi averts her eyes from mine in hesitation, young boy runs noisily into the alley.
マサヒコくん、どうして？
ちょうどよかった。
ビッグニュース。
そう。ずっとペットを飼うことに反対してた母ちゃんが猫を飼ってもいいって言ってくれたんだ。だからこいつはもう段ボールの中で生活しな。
The boy energetically gestures as he speaks, bubbling with joy.
そっか。それなら。
サチ姉ちゃんも今までこいつの面倒見。
私はただたまに餌をあげてただけだから。
That's where Sachi gently hands the cat and her arms over to the boy.
今日から。
The boy pets the kitten's head gently, just as Sachi had before. She watches the two of them quietly.
それからサチ姉ちゃん。
何？
もしこいつに会いたくなったらいつでも俺の家に。
いいの？
当たり前だって。姉ちゃんのおかげでこいつもここまででかい。
じゃあ授業が終わったら毎
日は
残念。
とりあえず俺はこいつを母ちゃんに見せてくるよ。
大変だと思うけど教 世話がん
ああ任せとけ。
The boy pounds a hand against his chest, speaking with forceful confidence.
じゃあまたな
Okay.
サチ姉ちゃん。
バイバイ。
それから目つきの悪い兄ちゃんも。
You could have let out the evil-looking part. The boy cradles the cat carefully in his arms and dashes back into the main street. That's too bad, Sachi.
ここは飼い主が見つかってよかったな。さすがサチだ。という流れだと思う。
I'm not sure why I would compliment you at the end, but let's leave that aside for the moment. Deep down, you wanted to keep that kid in yourself, didn't you?
もちろんです。
Knew it. Therefore, that's too bad.
そうです。
With that curt reply, Sachi slowly begins to walk away. What the fuck?
私、前々からその可能性を疑っていたのですが、風見さんは S と呼ばれる部類の人ですね。
No. Guess I ever consciously classified myself as such, but I guess I'll have to take your own. I did not scroll. What the fuck happened? Take your word for it, Sachi.
はい。情け容赦ない言葉攻めに、私の中の何かが目覚めてしまうかと思いました。
Fuck me. Oh. Say what? What the heck is this? Yeah, classmate just confessed to me specifically about awakening to a sexual decency.
でも、ありがとうございます。
Why?
さっき、寮で猫が飼えるように、学園長さんと話を
Shut up,
しても
cat.
いいと言ってくれたことに対してです。
Ah. Well, it was obvious that Sachi was fond of the animal after all.
あの子を自分の手で育てることは、もう私の気持ちを知ってくれている人が一人でもいるって考えると、
That a fact. Sachi begins to walk more briskly, seemingly unable to say anymore. No matter how much she hides it behind words and logic, having something she loves taken away from her must be a bitter experience. If I was able to take some of the edge off that pain, I guess even the most whimsical of tailing missions might have meaning in their own right.
報告です。風見さん、あそこに榊さんがいます。
Excellent, we're beginning covert surveillance. Follow my lead. Well, under certain circumstances, at least. Oh boy.
あれ、みちる、あんた今日も晩ご飯はコンビニのお弁当なの？何よ、別にいいでしょ。
どれどれ、ガーリックチキン弁当とツナコーンサラダにデザートの贅沢焼きプリン、いつものパターンなのよさ。
Garlic chicken. Shut it, cat. Also, tuna corn salad. That does not sound right. Deluxe baked pudding. Can you even bake pudding? I'm confused.
きっとコンビニのバイトにガーリックチキン中毒の女、略してガリチュウってあだ名つけられてるよね。
ああ、わかるわかる。いっつも決まった時間に来て決まったもの買ってくお客って覚えやすいもんね。裏で絶対今日もうガリチュウ来たとか言われてるよね。
やめてよ。次から買い物しにくくなるようなこと言わないで。
ああ、ごめんごめん。っていうか、あんまり気にしないでいいと思うよ。
Keep watch of time.
そうそう、あんま自意識過剰だとブスになるのよ。
Also, you should probably keep an eye on your pudding because it's machina.
よく知らないけど、前にアマネーが。
どういうこと？
まあ話すと長くなるんだけどさ、他人にどう見られるかってことばかり気にしていると、自分のセンスが少しずつずれていっても気がつきにくいのよね。かといって周りの視線をまるで気にしないってのも問題あるし、難しいところよね。
普段からおっぱい半分放り出して、ともすれば全裸で寮内を歩いてるような女が一体何よ。この女正気なの？
ほら本人を目の前にしてそういうこと言わないの。
ていうか、
I knew it.
見られて困るような貧弱な体してないから見せて歩いて。
ちょっとマキナ、あんた何食ってんのよ。
プリンすっげえ美味しいのよ。
Again, protect your food when machinas are around.
食べちゃう。
あらら。
オーララじゃないわよ。プリン、私のプリン。むしろ食事より楽しみにしていたと言っても決して過言ではない。
Although Japanese
私のプリ
pudding
ン
is pretty
を。
good.
よくも、おのれ、プリン様の敵。
What the?
ごめん、ギブ。
はいはい、たかがプリンぐらいでギャーギャー言わないの。代わりのものあげるから。
たかがとは何よ。ただのプリンじゃないのよ。焼きプリンなのよ。しかも贅沢焼きプリンなのよ。上に生クリーム乗ってんのよ。代わりになるようなものなんか持ってるわけ？
と言ってもまあかぼちゃアイスぐらいしかないんだけどね。
Pumpkin ice cream.
かぼちゃアイス？
Did you actually eat pumpkin ice cream?
ちょうどこれからユージのところへ夕飯を届けに行くところだったから。ほらこれ、
あ、美味しそう。
そのまま食べても美味しいし、温かいハニートーストと一緒に食べても美味しいわよ。
確かにちょっといいかも。
かぼちゃアイス。
Keep your eyes on machina.
あんたはもう私のプリン食べたでしょうが。
マキナ、あんたちゃんとミチルに謝ったの？
ごめんよチルチル。今まで黙ってたけど、実は私甘いものにはめっぽう目がない
If it wasn't apparent because of that you stole her baked pudding, then it should have been.
いや、言われなくても知ってたし、私も油断してたけど。あ、でもこれってユージの分じゃないの？私がもらっちゃっていいの？
ああ、いいのよ。部屋に戻ればまだいっぱい作り置きしてあるから、食器持って帰るときにまた届けに来ればいいし。
っていうかあいつ、かぼちゃなんか食べるの？
なんで？
男の人はかぼちゃが嫌いってよく言うじゃない。
そうなの？でもこの前かぼちゃのいとこ煮とか出したら普通に食べてたよ。
いとこにって何？
I'm with Michiru on this. What the heck is itukoni?
かぼちゃと小豆を砂糖と醤油で煮たやつ、知らない？
Ah.
うげ、甘そう。それ絶対ご飯と合わないじゃん。私かぼちゃ嫌い。なんかボソボソしてて喉乾くし。
みちる、 女の子のくせにかぼちゃ嫌いなの？
女の子が全員かぼちゃ好きだと思わないでくれる？
じゃあバウムクーヘンは？あれも喉乾くよね。
バウムは別よ。あれはお菓子じゃない。かぼちゃはおかず、お菓子じゃないでしょ。
そうかな。マキナはおやつの時間とかにいとこ煮を魚に牛乳で一杯やってるよ。
This is Makina.
冷やしたいとこに冷たい牛乳な。夏のおやつの定番なのよさ。
いや、あんたは甘く味がついてりゃ何でもいいんでしょ。つうか、煮物と牛乳って合うの？
マキナは何でも牛乳で食べるよ。カステラと牛乳とかかりんとうと牛乳とか。
Twinkies.
まあカステラはわかる気がするし、確かに甘いものならね
マキナ、カレーも牛乳で食べるよね。
Ew. You don't mix curry and don't combine curry and milk.
おう、そうな。カレーのスパイスに胃の粘膜をやられないように、まずは牛乳を一杯飲むのよ。あと YD も牛乳飲みながら食べるし。
You eat it with bread. You eat it with bread, not milk.
YD？
ああ、焼きそば丼のことよ。
焼きそば
丼に盛ったご飯の上に千切りのキャベツを乗せて、その上に熱々の焼きそばを乗せたやつ。
Oh, guys, you could probably learn a small cooking lesson from this.
丼？白米の上に焼きそば？炭水化物オン炭水化物？
美味しいのよ。ポイントはお丼に蓋をしてキャベツがしんなりするまで待ってから食べると。
変かな。でもお好み丼とかたこ焼き丼みたいな粉もんよりは変じゃないよね。
Takoyaki.
変！関西人絶対変！しかもそれを牛乳で？まさかあんたそんなもん？
そうね。さすがに YD とかの手抜き料理は食べさせたことはないけど、でも私が出したものにユージが文句言ったことって一度もないかな。
ユージかわいそう。きっと女の子が作った手料理に文句は言えなくて我慢して食べて。
そんなことないと思うけど。
お兄ちゃんいつも美味しい。
基本的に好き嫌いはないし、苦手だっていうお肉だって出せばちゃんと食べるしね。
Count the fact that every time that his parents and sister go to a fucking restaurant, all they left for him for dinner is a moldy single slice of bread, which he puts in water then drinks. Yeah, no. He's not a picky eater.
むしろガーリックチキンしか食わないチルチルの方がおかしいのよさ。かぼちゃも嫌い、牛乳も嫌いって、そんな好き嫌いばっかり言ってるから髪の色が薄くな。
髪の色関係ないから。痛い思いして脱色してるんだから、わざとだから。
あ、そうなの？私はてっきりその頭に栄養がいってないから。
嘘！私もしかしてあんたの中ではバカキャラにされてる？
ああ、ごめん、それ私のせいかも。普段マキナにちゃんとご飯食べないとミチルみたいになっちゃうよって言うと、いやーって叫びながら残さず食べるからつい
じゃないわよ。私を引き合いに出して子供を脅迫するな。私あれか、生ハゲ的な存在か。
悪い子稲だーって。
What the hell? That line sort of sounds like some like the horror movie Lumberjack Man. I'm gonna pour blood over my flapjacks. Oh, I'm sick and twisted when it comes to horror movies.
悪
んなもんなのよさ。
だから私の地毛は黒なんだってば。ラッキー。
As Michiru shrieked and threw her hands up in a rage, it seems that her completely melted puddle of pumpkin ice cream scattered in a syrup spray across the hallway. Hearing this story as I ate my dinner that night, I nodded thoughtfully and offered a few wise words. The word blonde doesn't indicate a hair color alone. It describes an entire way of life, tragic as it may be. There are many kinds of heroes in this world. The famous heroes who really exist, like Jane d'Arc, the female commander who broke the deadlock of the Hundred Years' War. The heroes of legends like Hercules of Greek mythology, who carried out 12 great labors and fought the forces of chaos in the Gaiken Toman. I can't even read it. And the small heroes whose names are quickly forgotten, like the anonymous man selflessly protected a young girl from vigorous stray dogs. Among all the varieties of heroes, the admiration of children is mostly reserved for the super category, composed of flashy characters who use special powers to fight for justice in comic books and TV shows. Like many of the world today, like DC and Marvel. Originally, a superhero was supposed to protect the weak and crush evil, but these days matters aren't quite so clear cut. It seems mysterious hero with unclear motives have come into fashion. I learned of their existence not too long after entering my new school. And of course, it's Machina. I hate Machina.
Karubi!
What the fuck? When I arrive at the 3rd floor, having decided to finish my laundry early, I find Sachi and Machina screaming at each other about food. Thigh meat, thigh meat.
登場するなり自分のフェチを力強く連呼。これはさすがに予想できませんでした。
No, you don't seem to be discussing your lunch menu, so I was trying to play along.
おかずなんで？
You're screaming about fatty tuna and spare ribs. I could go for ribs right now, actually. My mouth is watering. Aren't you arguing over your meal plans?
いえ、それは違います。
私たちは今マグロマンごっこに身を投じていた最中だったのよさ。
Tuna fish man, is it? I've been hearing that name fairly frequently since entering this school, since it ends with man. Odds are he's some kind of superhero. The tuna fish part is slightly hard to decipher. Perhaps it's the nickname of a hardened warrior, a man so tough that even under the harshest enemy integration, he stays as cool and inert as a dead fish. Or maybe he's a social consciousness superhero fighting back against the environmental consequences of tuna overfishing.
お兄ちゃん急に黙り込んで。
No, I was pondering a little about this tuna fish man character.
もしかしてお兄ちゃんマグロ
No.
マン知らないの？
Afraid not. I first heard the name quite recently.
それは由々しき問題かもしれません。いわゆる普通の生活をしていれば、一度は耳に入ってきても
I
いいカル
doubt
チャー
it's
ですから。
that popular. I highly doubt it.
そうマグロマンは今や学校のテストはもちろん政治家の演説にまで登場するマストフェイマスなヒーローなのよ。
Excuse me while I go behind the screen. What the fuck? I am back. Say what?
マキちゃんの言ってることは少し大げさですが、少なくともここ三島崎ではかなりの人気キャラクターになっています。
Yeah, in the Shima Cave area. If he's not popular worldwide, then I don't give a shit. I see. In my previous school, I usually had my hands full with my studies, so my knowledge of popular culture may be somewhat lacking at the moment.
それなら一度実際にご覧になってみてはいかがでしょう。
Is that possible?
はい、マグロマンはいわゆる日曜朝のテレビヒーローですから、あと5分ほどでちょうど放送が始まります。
あと5分？
マグロマンごっこ30分延長しちゃったから。
もうサッチンのサービスの良さについついプレイを延長したのが肌になったのよさ。
This two fisherman is still something of a mystery to me, but apparently he's a compelling enough character to make a surreal game like that addictive. Do these guys have grade 8 syndrome? Shouldn't it be? I wouldn't be surprised for Makina, but Sachi? Really?
というわけで、私たちはこれからロビーのテレビでマグロマンを視聴するのです。
I think I will. If this character is as famous as you say, it might be best to have at least a passing familiarity with the show.
風見さんならそう言っていただけると思っていました。
うし、お兄ちゃんも視聴者になったからには放送時間に遅れないようにダッシュで1階に向かうのよ。
Was Makina trying to say initiation? Right.
サッチン急いで電源オンにするのよさ。
Pronto. I think she's trying to say pronto. That's... What the fuck? Sachi dives toward the television set like a runner stealing home and mashes the power button. A commercial for a snack food I recognize from my childhood fills the television screen.
オーケー、7時59分、ギリギリセーフなのよさ。
やっぱりあらすじもちゃんと見ないとね。
Holy crap. I just realized. I did not pay attention. I'm gonna have to go to the next part. I'm sorry this episode's slightly longer. This is going to take a while to upload now. Fuck me.